So I've had some bizarre comments on the channel recently, and one which said the Germans have gone and the British will follow. Be careful what you wish for. So I thought I'd find out whether this is true or not. And I'm down here in El Arenal, which is the most popular resort for German holidaymakers in Mallorca. Have the Germans gone home? Do they not feel welcome over here in Mallorca? Well, let's turn the camera around and let's go and find out. So I'm standing more or less in front of the All Sun Hotel and also the Iberostar Hotel down here in the Playa de Palma. We're going to hear some music pumping. I'm also right outside the Mojito bar. First thing I've noticed actually is that they have removed a huge section of the wall down here on the Playa de Palma. If you've seen my previous videos from down here, you'll know that this area is very popular with people drinking and sitting on the walls actually, and then just dumping their cans on the beach. But there's this big stretch here of wall that's now been removed. Anyway, let's go and head on across the road and let's go and see how busy it is this evening. So there is quite a blend of music tonight as I walk down through the bars. They come outside of the Pow Pow. The time is 10:30. And I'm guessing now most people have had dinner and they're coming out for a few drinks. And look, we're just wandering into another area here of live music. Got a live singer in tonight outside the Mojito. And many of these bars do take on a different life at night as well, look, but there you go. We've got a live singer over here on the waterfront down here in Arenal. But first I'm just going to look around. Now I'm not in the busiest places down here. We're just outside of a few waterfront bars. Let's keep walking through though. So a few people sitting out, and look, the music has switched up a notch now. We're hearing a little bit of dance music outside of the Origin Beach Soul Bar. Nothing to do with the Origin Bar over in Palma Nova. And just taking a look down here this evening. Actually, just as the little land train has gone by in the direction of Campastia, I didn't know that that ran late on into the evening, but it does. So now just coming up to a little ice cream bar here, and somewhere that has a very, very different vibe to it. A little bit more chilled out. We've got the Alfaro Beach. It's actually very nice. It's looking quite packed actually. Now I can hear plenty of Germans as I'm walking past. So I don't think any of these guys feel unwelcome coming over here tonight. My goodness. Nice little place here, looking quite busy too. Is it looking busy? Well, you tell me. I can see people queuing up to go in. I can see people sitting outside. Looks pretty normal for Mallorca actually. Which makes me wonder whether you guys should be believing what you read in the media. But anyway, this is what I'm looking out on this evening over here in Arenal. So I'm just outside the group hotel here, and they've got a live singer in tonight, sing a little bit of The Police or Sting. It's pretty much an empty audience actually, because I'm guessing where everyone's heading off to this evening. That's far too chilled out for Arenal. Let's go and see if it's a little bit livelier further on. So we're heading along another huge hotel here. It's a salty restaurant. I don't know this area too well actually. I don't normally eat out down here, but they've got quite a few places. Like I said, dinner services is drawing to a close, and people are either heading back to their hotels or they're in search of a bit of nightlife. Okay, so we can hear that things are warming up down here. We're going to head on down at Calle Miguel Pellicer, and this is the first of our party streets this evening. Now this isn't the main Ballerman area. We're going to head on down that in just a moment. But if you remember, I did film in this area a couple of years ago and it was rammed. Is it busy tonight? Let's go and have a look. Outside the Chiringuito Beach House. Let's take a walk up. Now, there do seem to be plenty of Germans down here, but is it as busy? I don't know. I'm not convinced. Let's keep walking up. And as we head on up here to another bar here, Oh, that German pop is blaring out. Now this is looking quite busy to me. I don't know, is it looking busy to you? In fact, let me know if you are German and if you come over here on a holiday, particularly in August, or whether you're hanging out for September. August is more of a family month, but look at Sommerland here. Look, it's really busy. It's looking busy in here, and pretty much every table has been taken. And look here as well. Look, here the other half of Sommerland also busy, looking busy. Let's have a look at over the Deutsches Erk. Loads of Germans. And by the sound of the music playing out, I'm guessing they are catering for Germans. Because, well, of course, this is the main demographic of those coming here on holiday. Let's just turn the camera around and let's have a look back down. There's a fair few people heading up in my direction as well. Now, I've said it before, but this is the resort that Magaluf, I kind of think, wishes it was. Or was. Anyway, come on, let's keep walking around. But look, as I come down the back of Sommerland, it's looking much busier out the front than it is down the back. Are the partying Germans going to actually come back in September? Is this video telling the real story? I'm going to be back here in September, so consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already to catch that video. But as you can see, they've put everyone at the front of the bar here and kept more or less this area empty. See a few other bars across the road here. But like I said, maybe in October, in the autumn, it's going to be a little bit busier, but the resort isn't looking as packed as I thought it would do this evening. Anyway, let's head on down towards the night market and head on in the direction of the Ballermann. Here, lots more German pop pouring out from this bar. Okay, so we're heading on down into the direction of the little night market here in the centre of Arenal, just beyond this little party area. Now, I've got to say, it's a lot busier over in Palma Nova. These fairground rides that we have over in Palma Nova go on well into midnight. Like I said, the time here is just gone 10:30. And here's the view right down the night market this evening. Now, most of the resorts, if you've been watching the channel, you'll know that most of the resorts do have night markets, and Arenal is no exception. I've got to say as well, this is one of the bigger night markets too. It runs pretty much every night, I think, during the summer months. But here you shall find it. Look, we do have the artist down here tonight. Looks like he may well be packing up for the evening though. So we're walking in the direction of the Ballermann area. We're going to go and see how crazy that is this evening. But as we head on along the waterfront, there is a fair amount of footfall down here tonight. Just thought I'd just walk along the waterfront here. It's actually quite a nice atmosphere. We've got somebody playing some live music. He's pretty good as well. And like, I'm seeing a sight here that I don't normally see over here in Arenal. Yes, there are beer bottles on the wall, as usual. But there are lots of families out tonight. It's looking a little bit calmer. Quite nice atmosphere, I would say. And do you know what? Best live music I've seen this evening. So this really is El Arenal for everyone. Let's take a walk now up towards the Ballermann. Goodness me, look, we've got a lot of traffic here with the train. Watch out if you are on the bike, you do find randomly parked taxis, but let's head on across the road. So we're in front of the Hello Club here. And do you know what? They really have cleaned up this area. Normally you'd see just lines of street sellers in this particular area. Maybe we'll see them later on. Maybe they've been moved on. I can see a few to my right hand side. Let's take a walk on it. And maybe this is why, hey look, we've got the Policia Locale out tonight in force. And look, as I turn the camera around here, in the direction of the really busy Balmain area. You can see this is starting to get very busy. Look, what do I see? I see another big police car here, look. It's actually a bit of a riot van, look. Oh, what's going on tonight? Goodness me, look. They really are trying to clean up this area. Let's go on into the resort. Now that they have managed to get past the bollards. See a few people looking worried around here, or not. Let's get through. Look, they've weaved their way around, but they're very much a presence over here now. This whole area has been completely cleaned out actually, almost, but is it busy? That's the big question. Do you know what? I think it's actually busier down here, particularly in the Bomboleo on my left-hand side. I think it's actually busier down here during the day. Maybe everyone's got absolutely trashed during the day and they've already got home and they're back in their hotel. Who knows? As I follow the police van down, we're outside of the Beer Koenig. And you can see as well, look, what it's like this evening. Now here's something I didn't notice before, look, the THB Niagara. If you want to be staying in that hotel, this is where you'll come out onto. Look, we're outside of the Beer Koenig. Now this police presence that we have down here is very much a warning sign for party goers here in Arenal. Just coming down here, look, past the Bomboleo still looking very, very busy in here, look. People at the tables. And right to the end as well. We've got an ambulance out for some drunk people tonight too. Okay, so let's head on down towards Mega Park and go and see what that's like this evening. And do you know what? This is the first time I've walked down here and I've not seen any street sellers out in this area. It looks like they've been completely cleared away from here. We normally have the streams of football shirts, but not tonight. Anyway, let's get out of this area. I think they're German, that's for sure, and they haven't stayed away this summer. What are they singing? Go on, someone tell me in the comments. What's that all about? Is it a football thing? Quite possibly. I don't know. I still appear to be behind this group of lads here. I'm not actually stalking them, but just looking around this area here. I'll say, you know, daytime is probably a bit busier. I will be down here to live stream it very soon. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'll be down here to make some daytime content, but I think these partying Germans struggle to make it through a full day's drinking. And like I said, now we're heading on beyond 11:30. So beach club number 6 is still open. I think it is the only beach club down here that's still open. Most people have gone into the bars. I can see they're trying to clear up and close down for the evening. Let's go and see what it's like near Mega Park. And as we come a little bit further along here, we're just coming past the chalet, it's called. And we've got some music playing out. I hear a little bit of ABBA playing out this evening. This seems to have quite a nice atmosphere in here. It's quite good fun. Just looking down the side too. And look, the waterfront down here is looking very busy. The closer we get towards Mega Park, this is where things start to go wrong. Now this is what does upset the locals, this kind of drunken tourism here, leaving bottles on the walls. And just the smell down here is absolutely horrible. I've got to say, it smells of stale beer. But the atmosphere seems okay down here. And the closer we get towards Mega Park, the busier it's getting. Got these bottles here, look. You're 2 meters away from a bin. Anyway, see somebody coming along here selling cold beers to the people on the wall. At least they're out of a bottle, they're not the cocktail sellers. But look, it's absolutely rammed down here. And we're coming up by the Joy Palace here, not looking very busy. But is it going to get even busier the closer we get towards Mega Park? And it is, and it is. Now, I've just seen something extremely bizarre here. I'm going to save it for another video. Subscribe to the channel. I just can't believe how much Mallorca is changing. But anyway, we're going to take a quick look at Mega Park tonight. And look, lots of people sitting on the wall. Not that much trash out here, not that much rubbish as yet. Let's keep walking down. Could look a little bit messier later on this evening, but these people are just looking on in bewilderment. Anyway, let's go and have a quick look at Mega Park. Now, if you want to know what Mega Park is like inside, check out a video I filmed a few years ago. I'm not going in tonight, it's very expensive. A few years ago, a big beer was around 15 euros. I dread to think what it is for 2025. But this is the venue for a lot of live entertainment over here. I have to say as well that my video from Mega Park did get demonetized. So if you want to know what goes on here, do go and check it out. Anyway, look, they've got live acts on all evening and the people are just pouring in. It's very, very busy. I'm just taking a quick look from the outside here. We do have quite a few street sellers over here, but not as many as I've seen earlier on this year. Okay, so with Mega Park behind me, that's just a quick look at what Arenal looks like in August. Now let me know in comments, do you think it's busy? Do the Germans tend to drink late on into the night, or are they more daytime drinkers, as we've seen in my videos earlier on this year? Drop a comment below, let me know what you think. But from what I can see, Germans are pretty much still over here in Arenal, but it's changing, this area is changing. But in the meantime, I'm going to drop another video appearing here on YouTube. You can also find me in the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.